Today, I'm announcing actions to bar migrants who cross our southern border unlawfully from receiving asylum. Migrants will be restricted from receiving asylum at our southern border unless they seek it after entering through an established lawful process.
A major shift in policy from the Biden administration as President Joe Biden takes executive action that will turn away migrants seeking asylum who cross the southern border illegally at times when there is a high number of daily encounters. Thank you for choosing KTSM 9 News Now. I'm Andy Morgan in for Estella Casas. Now, Biden's executive order is being met with pushback from both Republicans and Democrats alike. KTSM 9 News reporter Oriana Botero is live from the U.S. Mexico border. And Oriana, Republicans saying too little too late, while some Democrats are saying that this goes too far. So how will this policy actually work?
Andy, regardless of those opinions, President Biden said in his address today that he's basically having to take matters into his own hands. He said he would have preferred to address the issue through bipartisan legislation, but the Republicans left him with no other choice. Right now, Homeland Security officials say there are more than 4,000 migrant encounters at the border every day, suggesting a shutdown could go into effect immediately. The border would reopen if daily migrant encounters dropped below 1,500. KTSM has been speaking to lawmakers and immigration advocates all day, hearing a range of different reactions. Some Republicans saying Biden's move is a political stunt and is meant to make him look tougher on border policy ahead of the 2024 November election. Democrat reaction is mixed, however, some saying this is a step in the right direction, while others say this goes against the law and puts asylum seekers at risk.
Limit was hit about 3.5 years ago, and he ignored that. This is a political move on his part, and it's too little, too late. It's a step in the right direction, but the damage has been done.
We must be able to do better on immigration, but the only way to do that is through congressional action. And that is why this president is hamstrung having to do these half-measured executive orders.
And Veronica Escobar issuing a release saying, I am disappointed that the focus today is only on enforcement, and it is my sincere hope that administrative actions on immigration relief like parole in place for the spouses of U.S. citizens and designations of temporary protected status for vulnerable populations will also happen. And one important thing to note, Andy, is that migrants arriving through CBP One app are exempt from the executive order, and it goes the same for unaccompanied minors and victims of human trafficking. I'll have more of that coming up in your 6 p.m. newscast. For now, reporting in the U.S. Mexico border, Oriana Botero, KTSM 9 News.
Oriana, thank you for that report. Among those at the White House this afternoon was El Paso Mayor Oscar Leeser. He says cities along the border have struggled as the number of asylum seekers rise, and that will make a difference in keeping people safe, but acknowledges more still needs to be done. Take a listen.
What is this really doing? It's keeping people from dying in the desert, keeping people from jumping over the walls and falling. It's keeping people from being exploited as they come here. The CBP One program that allows them to continue to apply to come into the U.S. and go through the lawful way is really important.
Leeser is calling on Capitol Hill to push for more funding for the border. However, local nonprofits are unhappy with this huge shift in Biden's immigration stance. The Border Network for Human Rights are writing the following statement. The BNHR is enormously disappointed to see President Biden seeing xenophobic and dangerous enforcement, only policies that are cruel, ineffective, and a complete disregard for civil and human rights of asylum seekers, end quote. To read more about President Biden's new border security rules and more reaction from state and local leaders, visit our website, ktsm.com.